In this video, we are going to talk about Dashas in Vedic Astrology. If you are looking for different Dashas like Shani Mahadasha, Guru Mahadasha, Rahu Mahadasha, and its effects and application, this video is not for you. If you are looking for the basics of Dashas, how do we determine the Dasha, what is the significance of the nakshatra in determining the Dasha, and when I say Dasha, I mean vimshottari Mahadasha. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. Yes, Dashas. Dashas are the time periods in Vedic astrology. We are always running through some time periods. There is no time when we are not running under any Mahadasha. Yes, we always run under one Mahadasha or the other. Today we are going to learn about how to calculate the Dasha, the significance of nakshatras, the planets, and all that stuff. Okay, so let's get started. Dasha is relatively easy tool to understand. What? Yes, but at the same time, it is the most complex tool in Vedic astrology when it comes to application part of this. Today we are going to see what are the Dashas. When we say Dasha, we usually mean vimshottari Mahadasha, which are nakshatra based Dashas. There are more than 30 types of Dashas in Vedic astrology, but most widely and commonly used and accepted Dasha is vimshottari Dasha. Vimshottari literally means 120 years, which is a Purna Ayu of human being. There are 9 planets and we are always running through planetary time period, that is Dasha of one planet or the other. But the sequence of it, the beginning of it, the sub period of it are different for each planet. Before we start talking about the Mahadashas, usually Dashas are called as Maha Dashas. When we talk about vimshottari Mahadasha, they are usually referred to as Mahadasha. Maha is great, Dasha is the Dasha, that is the time period. Okay, so don't get confused with Dasha and Mahadasha. This is one and the same. So in the Dasha system, so before we start talking about the Dasha system in Vedic astrology, let's talk about the nakshatras. Why? Okay, your birth nakshatra, your birth, that is the Janma nakshatra, determines your first Mahadasha. There is a sequence to the Mahadasha. Let's discuss the sequence of Mahadasha. The first Mahadasha is your Janma nakshatra. Each planet rules 3 nakshatras. 9 planets, 27 nakshatras. Let us discuss the planets and the nakshatras they rule in this diagram. Let us start with Sun. What are the nakshatras ruled by Sun? Kritika, Uttara Falguni and Uttara Shadha are the nakshatras ruled by Sun. Let's move on to Moon. Rohini, Hasta and Shravan nakshatra are ruled by Moon. Mars. Mrigashirsha, Chitra and Dhanishta are ruled by Mars. Rahu. Ardra, Swati and Shatabisha are ruled by Rahu. Jupiter. Punarvasu, Vishakha and Purva Bhadrapada are ruled by Jupiter. Saturn. Pushya, Anuradha and Uttara Bhadrapada are ruled by Saturn. Mercury. Ashlesha, Jeshtha and Revati are ruled by Mercury. Ketu. Magha, Mula and Ashwini nakshatra are ruled by Ketu. Venus. Purva Falguni, Purvashadha and Bharani are ruled by Venus. This is how each planet rules 3 nakshatra, 9 planets, 27 nakshatras. Okay, So when moon is transiting, it will be transiting through any of these nakshatras, 27 nakshatras, right? Suppose it is transiting through the Shravan nakshatra, which is ruled by moon. Then what would be the dasha? Okay, Shravan nakshatra is ruled by moon. So the first dasha, the starting dasha for that person will be moon Mahadasha. And what would be the sequence? Let's write it down, the sequence. It starts with Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, and Venus. Sun Mahadasha is for 6 years, Moon is for 10 years, Mars is for 8 years, Rahu 18, Jupiter 16, Saturn 19, Mercury 17, Ketu 7, Venus 20. So this is the sequence of the dashas. Dashas will come in this sequence, but the first dasha will determine the sequence. What do I mean by that? The person is born on Shravan nakshatra, so his first Mahadasha will be moon. Why? Because Shravan nakshatra is ruled by moon. Okay, and the second dasha will be Mars, third will be Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn. He will follow this sequence. Okay, suppose somebody is born in Vishakha nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so first Mahadasha will be Jupiter. Why? Because Vishakha is ruled by Jupiter. Nakshatra Lord for Vishakha is Jupiter. So the first Mahadasha for the person born in Vishakha nakshatra will be Jupiter. Okay, so you know the lords of the nakshatras, so you know the first Mahadasha, and also you know the sequence. The sequence won't change. This is the sequence, and the numbers you see on the left side are the time span of the Mahadasha. There is one more thing called as the balance of Dasha. If you see your horoscope, for the first Dasha, you won't see a complete time span of that Dasha. Why? Because each nakshatra is divided into some charan. So these 10 years are divided into these charans. Suppose if you are born in Shravan nakshatra, in the first charan, you will have most of this 10 years as the balance of dashas. Okay, so you might have 8 years balance of Chandra Dasha. Okay, as against if you're born on the fourth charan, you might have left only 2 years of Mahadasha of moon, and after 2 years you will start with Mars, Rahu, and so on. Okay, so the charan of the nakshatra determines the balance of the dasha. There is one more concept called as Antar Dashas and Antar Dashas. Antar Dashas are nothing but the sub period, and these are proportionate, and the sequence of them, sequence of it remains the same. Okay, so yes, so this is how we calculate the dashas in Vedic astrology. These are the vimshottari Mahadasha. Okay, these are the vimshottari Mahadashas. There is one more kind of dasha. There are total 30, more than 30 types of dashas, but vimshottari is widely used and accepted. One more dasha is the chara dasha. We will discuss about the chara dasha when we will talk about the Gemini astrology. That is a Gemini concept. Parashar has also mentioned about the chara dashas, but we will talk about it when we will talk about the Gemini astrology Chara Dashas. But yes, Chara Dashas will give you most accurate results when you are trying to pinpoint the happening of the event. Okay, though the Chara Dashas are extremely useful to pinpoint the event, whereas vimshottari Mahadashas give you an overall idea as what's happening in that person's life. If the person is going through Saturn's Mahadasha, the person will start behaving like the person will start becoming like a Saturn. He will become sincere, he will become practical, he will become insecure, he will become workaholic. So he will become like Saturn. If he is into Sun Mahadasha, he will become like a sun. When it comes to the application part of it, vimshottari Mahadashas are very complex and difficult, because if there is a conjunction of two planets, let's say conjunction of Mercury and Mars, which Mahadasha, if you are running through the Mars Mahadasha, which will be the better Mahadasha, Mars or Mercury? All these things are very complex, and you have to master them, you have to practice them, you have to practice them on hundreds and thousands of charts. Then only you can master it. And once you master it, once you start practicing, you start getting phenomenal results from the vimshottari Mahadasha. Okay, so yes, let's summarize what are vimshottari Mahadasha. Vimshottari Mahadasha are the nakshatra based Mahadashas in Vedic astrology. The Janma nakshatra, that is the transit moon nakshatra, the transit of moon at the time of the person's birth determines the birth nakshatra, that is Janma nakshatra. That Janma nakshatra lord becomes the first Mahadasha for that person. We took an example of Shravan nakshatra ruled by moon. That's why first Mahadasha is moon. Okay, moon Mahadasha is usually for the 10 years. Usually, yeah, if it is your first Mahadasha, then it won't be always 10 years. The balance of Dasha or the span of the Dasha, the first Dasha, depends upon the charan of your nakshatra, and it proportionately gives the balance of Dasha, the balance of span of Mahadasha for that person. Okay, and rest of Dashas are full. Okay, the balance of Dasha is only for the first Mahadasha depending upon the Janma nakshatra charan. Okay, next what? There are 9 planets, 27 nakshatras. Each planet rules 3 nakshatras. The sequence of the Mahadasha. The sequence of the Mahadasha is always from Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Venus. Your first Mahadasha will change and the remaining sequence will remain the same. Just in case we have Moon Mahadasha, the sequence will remain the same from Mars to Sun. If it is Jupiter Mahadasha, the sequence will remain the same: Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu. Okay, that won't change. Yes, this was Dashas as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. Keep watching Pramanik Astrology channel. Subscribe if you aren't already, and sending you high vibrations. See you in the next video. Love and peace.